What's up, Leos? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I'm so excited to have all the Leos here with me today. We are going to do a fun little tarot spread for you all about career and finances. All right, so as with all these general YouTube tarot readings, not everything I say is going to resonate with all the Leos out there. That's totally fine. That's totally normal. Only take away messages for your best and highest good, please, and you will know intuitively what those are. Anything that doesn't seem to resonate or fit your circumstance, you can toss aside for now. You can release it. That being said, sometimes messages do take a few days, a few weeks, even a few months to resonate. If later down the line you connect with some of the material in this video, that's fantastic. That means it was your message. Other than that, ooh, you got poppers. Other than that, yeah, only take away messages in the moment now that seem to do something for you, that offer you some sort of positive motivation or outlook or new way of seeing things, okay? So, feel free to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs if you would like additional messages. If you don't know how to do that, there will be a link in the description box below. And in that description box will be everything else that you're going to want to know about this video. That includes the decks I am using, as well as the social media channels. Check those out, The Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, and how to check that, that birth chart of yours. So it's free. You plug in your birth date and some other information. It'll tell you where your sun sign is, where your moon sign is, etc. All right. So without further ado, let's hop in for the Leos. What do they need to know? Messages for their best and highest good regarding career and finances, please. For the Lions, your birthdays are coming up in the not too distant future. We've just entered, happy summer, everybody. I was gonna say we've just entered Cancer. So Leos, you are following up on them. Take one more card, boom. All right. Say one more card, they give you 5. So it goes. All right, so Leo, in your past, you have the Page of Swords. Okay, so air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It has to do with seeking more knowledge, right? Adding to your knowledge base, fine-tuning your skills, potentially even your resume, working on some sort of communication, maybe. Swords can also be communication. It has to do with sharpening your skills, gaining more knowledge, seeking more outlets for your, potentially for your skill of what you can contribute. For some of you, it may be going back to school. Excuse me. A foundation of some sort of knowledge, for some of you, doing lots of research, books, going to the library, going online, watching video tutorials, and it's to increase your mental capacity. It's being clarified by the 9 of Cups. Wow, very cool. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, it's water sign energy, but emotions, it has to do with love. So for some of you, it has to do with, the 9 of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, your dreams, your desires. You're headed towards that dream come true energy. So this would indicate to me the studying, the knowledge that you're trying to gain and seek. It's building towards something that you view as emotionally satisfying, something that's going to bring you lots of joy and happiness, potentially attract a lot of kind, nurturing, loving people into your space, into your life. Excuse me. For some of you, you work in a career field that offers nurturing to other people. Like your work is to offer your cup of love, if that makes sense. So, I mean, that could be nursing, healing. It could be healing work for a lot of people who are into like, I mean, esoteric or tarot or like emotional, spiritual healing of some kind. You may be researching more of that, Leo. But it can also just be caring. For a lot of you, I'm getting like working in like an old folks home, even if you're not like the medical doctor, or like maybe you run the, like these social events, the social activities for like in an old folks home, and it's introducing love and joy into people's lives. But something about that, you're either like looking to step up in that career field or gain more knowledge or even apply to a job like that. You may be working with like children or, nurturing of some kind. Like water, we think we use water for seeds to grow. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, Leo. Yeah, it's really good energy. It's all very, very motivating. I like it a lot. So that's coming up in your past. In your present, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So always a good card to get in a career and finance spread. She is the Queen of Money, potentially, right? Capricorn energy. So for some of you who were going to school and for going to school, this is indicating to me you got the degree. You've graduated to becoming the queen. Or this could also be a teacher. If you've applied to a school, you're finally sitting in the classroom of the Queen of Pentacles, meaning she's the queen of that subject matter. She has like a tangible knowledge base that she sits on, and she's giving out pentacles, meaning like tokens of information, but it's more than that. It's bricks to lay the path and where you're going. For a lot of you, I actually think that's it. It's more of a professorial or teacher type energy. Some of you might be teachers, especially if you are working with children. That makes sense. But I mean, I do think that's going to be for some of you. But this could also be someone else giving you guidance, Leo. And there's a great maternal energy to this card too. Some of you might be going home, and maybe some of the knowledge you were seeking is actually going to come from a feminine source. It doesn't have to be female, but Queen of Pentacles, it's double feminine energy. If it's not a mother, it could be a grandmother. Somebody could be giving you funds, meaning money, or investing in your business, investing in your life, in your goals. But yeah, somebody may be giving you a loan to open a business or a loan to go back to school, and especially if you are seeking of that knowledge. That's what I think a lot of this is for you guys. You may be working with your mother. It's possible, right? Maybe you're, actually that makes sense. I know a Leo who works, she just opened a bakery with her mother. So that's actually cute. That might be something there. Six of Wands. So great card, fire energy. It's one of your cards, Leo. It's the victory card. It's marching triumphantly through the parade or whatever, right? With your head held high, achievement here, right? There's pride, there's glory, but you've worked hard for it, so rightfully so. It's not, and here it's not so much based in, I was gonna say it's not so much based in ego, but I will say if to progress forward, to achieve this victory does have to do with going to someone else to seek knowledge or ask for a loan, this is reminding you, don't be too prideful to ask for help. I think that's what it is. And I think it is financial help for a lot of you. Going to that Queen of Pentacles, maybe your mom's a Capricorn, or whoever. It doesn't have to be your mom. That was one example. And for those who related more to the idea of if you've gone back to school, you've gotten that degree, or you aced the course or whatever, then hence the victory, right? You're marching through like, yeah, I freaking did that, and feeling awesome. It's celebration. It's happiness that you've achieved a new level of something. And it may be financial success. If you were just starting a business, maybe you're just starting to see the rewards of it come through. And this could be your followers, right? You're slowly building a following online, or getting good foot traffic through the door. Very cool, Leo. Very awesome. So your challenge or focus is going to be the Seven of Cups. Okay. So options. It's like you gained this little victory, this success, and I'm just getting that if money has been handed to you, or you, again, your business has achieved some sort of level of satisfaction, it's like, well, where do we go from here? What next? What now? And you may have a lot of things being thrown at you. If your business is doing well, people may be reaching out to you for, hey, invest money with us and we'll do this for you. Or, a lot of different things. It could be you've established a successful business in this small town. Have you thought of doing a store number 2 over here? And we're going to help you out financially with this. And there's options, and it's cup to energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. So there's a lot of emotional ties or emotional fulfillment in the potential of what these cups could offer. There's decision making that's going to involve you, Leo. Like getting the right people on your team, the right ingredients to make things thrive, to make things grow even bigger. And I do sense that you're a little bit overwhelmed. And if you're working closely with a collaborator, if this is like a partnership of sorts in your career, The other person is growing a little bit tired of waiting for you to make the decision. You may be working with a Libra. There's no like Libra energy tied to this card, but there is something about that. It's just like you're weighing out the options and the possibilities, but you're stuck in indecision. And the person, whoever is on the receiving end of you making that decision, is growing impatient. So if somebody offered to give you, I don't know what it would be. If somebody offered to give you money, it could be as simple as somebody offered to give you money and they're like, well, how much do you need to start out? It could be you being like, well, I don't want to ask for too much, but like, I want, if they're giving me money, like I may as well ask for what I need. And like, do you know what I mean? There's indecision of how to proceed forward. It's being clarified by, ooh, wow, the 5 of Cups. Okay, so this is emotional disappointment essentially, right? Because something in the past didn't work out. The emotions, the love, the efforts were spilled, right? So this person wears this black trench coat, right? And it's this dark, morbid, death-like, oh my God, everything has failed. These cups will never return upright. But there's 5 of them. You just don't see the other 2. You're not seeing the potential that awaits if you just turn around. It's the total eclipse of the heart card. I think I said this in, I don't know, maybe Aries video. You need to turn around and see the potential. This is also the idea of looking at the glass half full. Yes, there's disappointments. Yes, you may have made some false moves or false steps that maybe money flow wasn't great in the past. You know, cups being fluid, water, right? Money spilling, money being lost, absorbed into the ground, but there's no growth. That's the past. Leave that in the past. It's time to like take off the hood and be illuminated to new ideas, to new possibilities, right? Because that's what this could be saying. There's 2 really good possibilities that are right there. These ones are false. So if you're, something here about if you're, these 7 cups, all these options or opportunities, if some of them have to do with returning to the past, I would semi-advise you against that. Again, we all have free will, use your own best judgment, but these cups in the past, the water will not be put back in the cup. They've been spilled. It's like cut your losses. Focus on the new. Where else can you go? It could be new people that you're bringing on board to the company. If you had other people working for you that they just weren't good, or maybe somebody, it's weird if you're hiring different people because it's tied to emotions. Double cup energy. Actually, it's Pisces and Scorpio energy for those who that means anything. If an employee like left or you cut them, or like you fired them, but you felt bad and kind of want to bring them back on board because they're struggling. That's what I mean. It's like the thing of the past, like just let it exist only in the past, move forward. And that might be hard because it is tied to some sort of emotional thing. You know, it might pull at your heartstrings that this person needs help. There's a reason why you're being told to focus on new endeavors, on new cups of new possibilities. That's your challenge. Look to the future. And as I was saying, don't put off the decision there. And I'm not saying you didn't have like anything speedy coming. You didn't have the eight of wands, or you didn't have the Knight of Swords coming in, like make the decision now, Libra. It's not that, but it's saying the person who's waiting on your decision is growing in patience, so don't sit on this decision for too long, okay? Now the help available to you, Leo, is going to be the 10 of Swords. Wow. Sagittarius had this as well. Cutting your losses. Again, something really disappointed you in the past, and you extended a great amount of mental energy thinking about it. Sometimes this can be the card of somebody stabbing you in the back, of somebody being two-faced, of throwing you under the bus, Leo. There's a need to release that, to let that go. He's reaching out for his wand, right? This is like the everyday witch tarot, so they're all flying on broomsticks, right? Reaching out for your broomstick and learning to fly again, getting back out there, choosing the higher road, the high ground, and like releasing yourself of the lies potentially that either you were telling yourself or other people were instilling these maybe values or this information, ideas they were like shoving down your throat that ultimately didn't do you any good here. There's a need to release that toxic mental energy that is essentially killing you in this depiction, right? Release it, let it go. And I always see here, it's the dawning of a new day. With the 10, it's a closing out of cycles. So while this energy is really kind of painful and difficult to deal with, it's a 10, so like you're almost there. And because it's coming up in your help or guidance, some of you may still be holding on to this mental energy that isn't helpful. It's saying, release it, Leo. Get back on your magic broom and fly to new lands. Again, seek new opportunities. Whatever these disappointments in the past are, emotional disappointments, mentally, it took a toll on you. Release it. Let it go. Cut your losses. Again, cut that employee that maybe was two-faced or did something bad to you. You know, it's not going to resonate for everybody. It's a new cycle. Now, it's being clarified by... I am so sorry. It's being clarified by the Queen of Swords. How I was saying Libra energy, you might have a Libra that you're working with, or you may have strong Libra in your chart, balancing things, the scales going back and forth. This is knowing your inner truth, listening to your voice and thoughts and ideas and being very confident and presenting them, being very forward in presenting your ideas and not hiding behind, I'm sorry, my nose started to run. You're not making decisions based around people's emotions. This sounds harsh, but it's like other people's emotional reactions to what you're doing is not going to be helpful to you. It's standing in your truth and sometimes making what seems like a cold-hearted decision. It's not if it is in alignment with your dreams and your desires. That 9 of Cups came up earlier for a reason, right? And I always notice her cloak that she wears, her robe, there's clouds all over it. So her ideas are rooted in her, I want to say her intuition, her dreams, but not in that Piscean energy. No shade, Pisces. And you did have, no, you didn't have Pisces energy. Anyway, sorry, I went off on a little tangent there. Her ideas, because she's the Queen of Swords, her ideas are based in logic and fact. So her logic and fact is in alignment with her dreams and her intuition. I hope that's going to land for some of you. And she's the Queen of Swords, right? So she cuts. She cuts what doesn't serve herself, her business, her empire, her kingdom, right? She's a queen. She grows a kingdom. It's releasing that mental energy, that toxic mental energy of what isn't serving her. You may have maybe an employee who's like a Gemini that is not super helpful, not contributing positive ideas. I feel like I gave this Queen of Swords a negative depiction, and I don't mean to at all. In fact, it's powerful. It's coming into your power and knowing your inner truth, okay? That's what's important here. Also being clarified by the Knight of Wands. Absolutely. Going forward passionately, again, towards your dreams and your goals. I'm actually glad that came up because I feel like I was depicting her as like a dreamer and someone who's not in touch with reality, and that's the complete opposite of the Queen of Swords. She's very much in touch with reality and data and analysis. Again, almost to the point where emotions don't really factor into the equation, but what's really nice is the yin to that yang, Leo, has to do with the Knight of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It is a Sagittarius card. We're coming out of that Sagittarius full moon, so going after what motivates us, what inspires us, what lights your fire, what sparks that creativity and excitement inside you. He's going after it with wild abandonment, right? He's not listening to these people who are like, you can't do that, Leo. Like, you don't have enough money. You don't have enough talent. All this bullshit, these lies that people are telling you, the swords they're sticking in your back metaphorically, you're cutting them out so that you can go after what your passion is driving you towards. And yeah, it's a very interesting dynamic. So there's logic, but there's also this sense, which is very Leo, of just like, I don't care, I'm doing it because that's what I want to do, but it's helpful to you. You need that energy because it's driving you away from this death. Somebody who, or something or someone that is killing you. I mean, this could be leaving an old job that just doesn't treat you right, that makes you question your self-worth. You're like, peace, I'm out of here because this is my inner truth. Excuse me. It's you listening to your inner truth and using good judgment, right? Libra energy. using good judgment about where you can bring your passion and your skills and your creativity. All right, very cool. All right, Leo, that's what I got for you. I hope that resonated with some. If so, let me know in the comments below. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in about a week for your July monthly readings. All the best to all the Leos out there. Bye, guys.